You know, it's basically inevitable that in hardcore, we're all gonna die in one way or another. Personally, I just want to make it to Molten Core so I can die in Molten Core. I'll be happy. That's an accomplishment. I'll feel like I've achieved something. Out of all the ways to die, it's pretty much just I'm a dumbass. If I die while AFK'd, I'm a dumbass, and if I pull too many mobs and die that way, well, I'm also a dumbass. But the one way that I cannot accept dying is due to a disconnect, and there's been a ton of disconnects later, so I dug deep. Now, just yesterday, I disconnected on flight points 5 times. 5 times in one day. I disconnected so much that I finally logged off and decided to play an alt. Now, I spammed my bubble every time I came back in to make sure I didn't fall to my death, but I didn't want to play that way, right? Every time I hopped on a flight point, I was deathly afraid. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I solved it and can now fly freely anywhere and have had no disconnects, knock on wood, since I did this. Now, there's 4 different things, or 3 different things that we're going to go over. The first one is your add-ons. You want to exit the game, open up CurseForge, open up Overwolf, whatever it is that you're using, and make sure that all of your add-ons say up to date. If they don't say up to date, quickly update them all, log back in, give your flight point or whatever a go, and see if it works. Now, this is going to fix 80% of your issues out there, out of you guys or gals watching this. It's going to fix 80% of that, but if it doesn't fix it and you still disconnect and have a heart-throbbing log back in, hoping you're still mounted on that flight point, well, let's move on to the next one. Now, if updating all of your add-ons just doesn't do the trick, let's do something really quick, and that is just making sure that you're not having any connection issues on your end. Nobody wants to admit that they're having connection issues. Nobody wants to take that ego hit. But it's a possibility, and don't worry, nobody's going to know that you're testing your speeds. There's a free tool, speedtest.net. Literally just open the website, click the button that says go, flashing on your screen, wait about 30 to 60 seconds, and it'll let you know if your internet is screwed or not. If it is, maybe reset your router, reset your modem, or call your internet company and wait for some really weird person to come into your house and basically tell you that they either can't do anything or it was a simple fix. It turns out we do have 4 options in this video because, well, I just remembered the 4th. These last 2, however, are going to be a bit more involved. The first 2 options should have solved the problem for most of you, but if you're still watching, you either just weirdly like listening to me talk to you, or you're still having an issue and you really don't want to die. So go ahead and hit escape while you're in game and go to your add-ons. You can go through your add-on list and one by one disable each add-on, reload your UI, and try doing whatever it is that's been disconnecting you. If you still have the issue, well, you can go back, turn that add-on back on, and go down to the next one and simply retry, doing this for each and every one of your add-ons until you find the culprit. Then you can simply find an alternative to that add-on, or just live life without that add-on at all until there's some hotfix or update for it that, well, solves the issue. Fix number 4, and the most in-depth out of all of them. This should be your last resort, as it can take you 10, 15, 20 minutes to get things set back up the way they were after doing this fix. But if the last 3 have done nothing for you and you are still disconnecting, this is going to be your fix. Beyond this, I don't know. All of these, from all of my research, have been what solve it in one way or another for just about everyone. So, we're going to open up our file folder. And I should say that while it takes 10-15 minutes to set it up, we're the type of people that are going to be out there farming the same mob for 10-15 hours because we want to be 1 level higher for the big scary quest that we definitely don't want to die on. So 10 to 15 minutes to do something like this so you don't randomly start flying off of your griffin toward the bottom of burning steps when you're just trying to get to Ironforge. Well, we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So open your file folder and you're going to locate your World of Warcraft file folder. This is, for most people, going to be in operating C in Program Files 86. You'll see your WoW folder there. For me, it's in my D drive, and it is just World of Warcraft. So go ahead and open that up, And for hardcore, we're going to be in the classic folder, definitely not classic era, certainly not retail. We haven't touched that in God knows how long. So go ahead and open up your classic, and you're going to see two folders. Well, you're going to see a bunch of folders, but only two that are important. You're going to see cache and WTF. Now, I'm not trolling or griefing anyone here. This is just going to sound bad when I say click on your cache folder and delete it. That's right, delete your cache folder. Go ahead, look up the forums. This is one of the known fixes for disconnecting and really for whatever reason. It's a normal thing. Your character, your gear, all of that is stored on Blizzard End. This isn't going to hurt any of that. You're going to delete your cache folder, you're going to reload into the game and attempt to do whatever it is that was disconnecting you. Now you may find that some keybinds are different, your camera zoom may be different. It's because things like that have been stored in cache and also somewhat in WTF. If you're still disconnecting after all of that, go back in, delete your cache, and delete this WTF folder. Now this WTF folder also holds the config.wtf. This is going to be things like auto loot, more keybinds, and some other pesky little things that will take you that 10 to 15 minutes to get all set back up, but it will be worth it. So I did a lot of hunting to find all of these fixes, went through them myself, took a flight point, multiple now, and have had absolutely no issues. So if this works for you, let me know in the comments down below exactly which one worked for you so I can help and tell other people in game that are having the same issues. Also, don't forget to like the video, and I'm new here, so if you subscribed, that would seriously mean a lot, and I hope to see you on the next one, or I hope to see you on Twitch Live, because I'm probably live right now, and that link will be down in the description.